Wagwan people dems. So we're still doing our Super Bowl. I kind of got the last one wrong, right? So I typed in Super Bowl 2021, and it came up with JLo and Shakira. But I've just gone online to say, okay, so which ones? We'll just do the last 10 years, right? Because I think that's a good top 10. Not saying top 10, last 10. And Google said that actually 2021 was The Weekend, which is another one I haven't seen. So I'm just like, what? And 2020 was JLo and Shakira. I can't believe that was 3 years ago then that happened. Yeah, I'm down this rabbit hole now, and I kind of want to. And there's a few other ones in there which are just artists that I would never really have paid much attention to. Like I think there's a Adam Levine and Travis Scott, I think, and he's another artist that I haven't really spent much time with at all. There's a Katy Perry one in there somewhere. There's Beyonce and Bruno. There's Bruno on her own. There's Beyonce on her own. I think there's someone else in there. I don't know. We're gonna watch them all anyway. So strap on in. So yeah, this is The Weekend.
The National Football League welcomes you to the Pepsi Super Bowl 55 Halftime Show.
That's very Vegas. That looks pretty sick. Pretty sick. Wow. That looks amazing. Big tune. This is so sick. Big tune.
You said keep our business on the low, low. I'm just trying to get you out the friend zone. Cause you look even better than the photo. I can't find you, send me the info. Driving through the gated residential. Found out I was coming, sent your friends home. Keep on trying to hide it, but your friends know. I only come to when it's home. But the only time that I'll be by your side. I only love it when you touch me. Now feel me when I'm good. That's the real me.
Wow.
Always get the best of me, the worst is yet to come. But at least we'll both be beautiful and stay forever young. This I know, yeah, girl I know. She told me don't worry about it. She told me don't worry no more. We both know we can't go without it. She told me you'll never be alone. But I love it. But I love it. Oh, I can feel my face when I'm with you. But I love it. But I love it. I can feel my face when I'm with you. But I love it. But I love it. I can feel my face when I'm with you. But I love it. But I love it.
Where is he?
Tell me what you really like. Baby, I can take my time. We don't ever have to fight. Just take it step by step. I can see it in your eyes. 'Cause they never tell me lies. I can feel that body shake. The heat between your lips. You've been scared of love and what it did to you. You don't have to run. I know what you do. Just a simple touch. Yeah, it can set you free. You don't have to rush, girl, when you're in love. Say, I feel it coming. I feel it coming. I feel it coming. I feel it coming.
Okay.
I feel it coming. I feel it coming. I feel it coming. I feel it coming, baby. Tell me when it's around. Let's go. Saw you dancing in a crowded room. You look so happy when I'm not with you. Then you saw me, caught you by surprise. A single teardrop falling from your eyes. I don't know why I run away. I need to cry when I run away. Take me back, 'cause I wanna stay. See your teeth for another day. Your teeth for another day. Let's go. Save your tears for another day.
Wow.
You make it look like it's magic. 'Cause I see nobody but you. I'm never confused. Hey, never so used to be used. So I said, my baby. I'ma care for you. Baby, I'ma care for you.
Dude, this is sick, man. I can't get past. I'm trying to figure out where he is. But now they're on the pitch, so. This is sick. Wow. Wow. What a transition.
I've been on my own for long. Maybe you can show me how to. Maybe I'm going through drugs. We don't even have to do too much. You can turn me on just a touch. Baby, I look around and see the city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're on my side. I'm blinded by the light. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, I'm drowning in the night. When I'm like this, you're the one I trust. I just wanna let you know. I can never say it all. I'll never let you know.
Wow.
I said, I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel yours. I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch.
Wow. Look at that, man.
The National Football League thanks you for
Wow.
watching the Pepsi Super Bowl 55 halftime show. After the game, go to NFL.com/SBLVA to watch the Super Bowl 55 live visual album for.
I don't know why I didn't realise that it says 54 for Shakira and J-Lo. I don't know how I didn't get that. That was so good. It was like being in a dream. Like the different, just the different atmospheres, the different environments that you managed to create. It took me ages to realise, like, where exactly is the stage, because that looked like it was a full-on stage. But from what I can see, like, it was at the back of the.
This is a reminder. Put the bins out. This is a reminder. Put the bins out.
Anyway, yeah, it was like he actually had like a stage, like, and everyone else was on the pitch in the middle, but it looked like he had like an actual stage. So when it first started, and I mean everything about the way it started with like the Vegas neon lights and and then how he came out of that and then sat down on something, and then it just seemed like everything was so big, and then this thing was coming down like this huge, what looked, I thought was a hologram, whatever, but then slotted in with all these other holograms that were already there, like, and there were so many of them, and then the stage opened, like he had the whole stage. So I was like, wow, this looks like like an actual stage as opposed to being on the pitch. Then he did the whole thing where he was inside that golden maze mirror thing, and that was quite sick. And then coming out of that, and then seeing all these dancers and having them all move in this kind of mad formation with the lights. Well, before that, sorry, he's then still delivering tunes on that stage. And the thing for me as well was really interesting. I've never really watched, like, I'm a fan of The Weeknd, but like I couldn't say like I listened to his albums loads or anything like that. But I've never seen him sing live. I've never watched him sing live. And for bearing in mind there are other people that I've seen already that I'm like, I don't know if you're singing live or not. I can't tell. Like, it was quite clear for me, at least anyway. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he absolutely was singing live throughout that, and he sounded really good. Like even the breathy bits, I thought sounded good. Like he's got such a cool. You know what he reminds me of? It reminds me of. Again, this is only for my Tekken heads out there who know about Tekken. But if you do play Tekken, like, you'll know there's certain characters that are built off of people. I kind of feel like the guy that plays Lei, like the cop, the drunken cop, and his style is the drunken master. I kind of feel like he's got elements of him mixed with Michael Jackson, like, because there were certain elements of that I was like, I can feel like an imprint of Michael in terms of like just that stageman show, and and as well his pitch is quite high in terms of how he sings, and actually it's really interesting to watch him sing it live, because I always think when I'm listening to his songs, I was like, gosh, he sings really high, but actually watching him do it live, like he's just a born entertainer. Do you know what I mean? That was just, and it was just so clever how he went from different environment to different environment, and the scale of it. Like like you couldn't watch that and be like, and not say I am watching a full scale show. Like, each of these have been so different. Like I don't even know how I would even say which one is the best. Because they've all been just really, really clever. Like how Rihanna, like, and the camera worked in terms of these platforms and using these platforms in and around, and all that choreography that goes into that, amazing. And then being suspended in air, I mean, that is just amazing. Again, the nostalgia for me for the Eminem and the but again, having that whole kind of bus house in the city, kind of like, and again, different environment for like, that was sick as well. They were so good. But then I really enjoyed Shakira and J-Lo's one too, because I just thought, even though that wasn't necessarily like all the different use of like camera work, and well, there was camera work in there actually, and there definitely was, you know, when she was on the pole and doing all that pulse. So I think we're just very, very lucky that we get such amazing performances. Like, so far, I would say that each one of them that I've seen have been, for me at least anyway, equally as good. I've really, really enjoyed all of them. And I never thought I'd say that about the J-Lo and Shakira one. I really thought that was going to be one of them. I wasn't really feeling that. But I enjoyed what they did with it. That probably was if I have to pick, that probably was the weakest one so far, because I really enjoyed the others so much. But even that, it wasn't weak. It was great. It was really good. Like, so. Okay, and I want to see what the next one is. So let's see, and let me back up on the camera. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Clap, clap, clap. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that one. If you did, then please do drop me a like and subscribe. That would be awesome. And if you're feeling extra generous, I do have a Patreon, which you can head over to and show some love. And yeah, I'll probably try and get these on to Patreon before they get to YouTube. So yeah, if you're intrigued, come join me. But yeah, I look forward to seeing you hopefully on the next one.